Minneapolis. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Wasn't terrific. Now it's a great starting field position as well.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll look to throw again. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's...
And he's taken down back at his own 7. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
All year, 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost...
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out.
It's energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Bulldozes past him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him here.
Has to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Chris Godwin,
his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from it.
They line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. A leap in, he's got it. He got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Way to go, boy. Way to get it started now.
So we've reached halftime here with...
Can go sideline to sideline and make plays.
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. It's brought in by Harris.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll get here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game and trusting.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think
very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader.
I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better too.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy?
Week 16, or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's
to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl.
And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. And he is trying to get to the bowling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt.
Don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. And there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right, letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. Conservative, well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in play. Throwing it away like that. Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another.
And it'll be intercepted. And a loose football. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
No catches, though, so far in this game. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Tua going to throw.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
So we've reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
Talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did. Good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off at the 39. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game.
Every week we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
Oh, they did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there. 5 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line. The ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but
and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Hey, boy, and you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that...
Third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go for Ivory. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way down to the 5. Here we go. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Malik McDowell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the...
Bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Harris. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. To look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. For good yardage, 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw here. This is Smith with a grab. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times, he might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson. Alex Highsmith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Open man completes it to Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Help it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Ball.